I pulled everything from official spec sheets, support pages, and the latest retailer listings as of now. The idea is simple. If you're shopping for an indoor camera today, you deserve the facts that actually matter, what each one really costs to run, and the trade-offs you'll face once it's set up. So let's dive in and break down the top options for 2025. Number 5, Eufy Indoor Cam C120. If you want a wired indoor cam that covers the basics very well and doesn't force you into a subscription, the Eufy Indoor Cam C120 is one of the easiest recommendations. It records in 2K, which is a clear step up from 1080p for indoor spaces. In practice, that extra resolution helps when you want to zoom into a doorway or a bookshelf without the image falling apart. The C120 also supports on-device AI to tag common events, people, pets, or even a crying baby, so you see fewer junk alerts. You can record locally with a micro SD card in the camera, or you can use the brand's cloud if you prefer. Local storage is the main draw for a lot of people because it keeps monthly costs at zero. The C120 also supports continuous 24/7 recording, if you want a rolling record rather than event clips. One practical note, Eufy's documentation sticks to a 128GB maximum for the micro SD slot. That's still enough room, though, for many days of motion clips or roughly a week or two of continuous recording, depending on settings and activity. Smart home compatibility is strong. You can use Alexa or Google Assistant for voice or smart displays. And if you're in Apple's ecosystem, the C120 works with HomeKit and HomeKit Secure Video, but the feed drops to 1080p in HomeKit. That's an Apple platform limit, not a camera defect. You also get simple privacy features, activity zones to block out parts of the frame, and a software privacy mode to stop recording. There's no mechanical shutter on the lens, but you can disable video and audio within the app or schedule when the camera sleeps, which is what most people actually want at night. The C120 nails quality per dollar and keeps ongoing costs optional. It drops to the 5th slot only because it's a fixed camera and because the 128GB limit is conservative next to some rivals like Number 4. TP-Link Tapo C110. The Tapo C110 supports up to 512GB in the card slot. For alerts, it covers the basics: motion zones, sound detection, and a baby crying alert that many parents find useful. Night vision is standard infrared up to typical room distances. You get two-way audio that's clear enough for quick conversations. If you want cloud features, TP-Link sells Tapo Care. Prices vary by region, but the point is you can add cloud later without buying a different camera or ditch cloud entirely and stay on the micro SD card. It records at 2K, 3MP, typically 2304 by 1296, which gives it a clarity edge over 1080p models in the same price bracket. You won't mistake it for a high-end 4K camera, but text and faces hold up noticeably better than 1080p, especially when you zoom in. The trade-offs are straightforward. There is no pan tilt. There's no Apple HomeKit support. It's Wi-Fi 2.4 GHz only. Quick explanation. If you're hearing 2.4 GHz only a lot, that's normal for budget cams. It's the longer-range Wi-Fi band most smart devices use. You don't need 5 GHz for a stable 2K stream across a room. Number 3. Blink Mini 2. The Blink Mini 2 is a simple wired 1080p indoor cam, but it does a couple of smart things that keep it competitive in 2025. First, it adds a built-in spotlight to enable color night view. That means you don't just get black and white infrared at night. When the spotlight kicks in, you see colors, which can help you identify what you're looking at. Second, Blink sells a weather-resistant power adapter that lets the Mini 2 live outside if you ever need it to. It's sold as an indoor cam, but that adapter gives you flexibility if you want to watch a covered porch or a window from outside. On paper, 1080p sounds weak next to 2K pics, but Blink leans on a wide 143-degree diagonal field of view to cover more of a room. For notifications, person detection is available, but it's part of Blink's subscription plan. That's a trend with Blink overall. The cameras are inexpensive up front, and you add the features you care about with a low monthly plan. Local storage is possible. Unfortunately, though, it is not directly on the camera. You need a Blink hub. Sync Module 2 uses a USB flash drive. The newer Sync Module XR uses a micro SD card. Either way, the hub sits on your network and saves motion clips locally so you can skip cloud fees. Who will like it? If your home already uses Echo speakers or Fire TV devices, and you want to plug it in and it just appears experience, the Mini 2 fits in cleanly. We've covered budget and ecosystem convenience. Now, let's get into coverage. Number 2. Ring Pan Tilt Indoor Cam. The Pan Tilt Indoor Cam sweeps a full 360 degrees horizontally and tilts enough vertically to see floor to ceiling, so one unit can monitor an entire room. It's a wired 1080p camera, but again, that is not the headline. You can pan and tilt live in the Ring app, jump to saved viewpoints instantly, and track activity across a wide area without adding extra cameras. Two key extras define how it works day to day. A manual privacy cover physically disables the camera and microphone when slid shut, giving you an unmistakable off state. And Ring supports true 24/7, recording on this model but only with the highest tier Ring Home Premium plan. Lower tiers or no plan limit you to motion-based clips in live view. There's no local micro SD option. All recordings are cloud-based under a Ring plan. So if avoiding monthly fees is a must, you'll be happier with the Eufy cameras in this list. Number 1. Eufy E220. Speaking of Eufy, the E220 is their indoor pan tilt camera that checks the most boxes for the most people. It rotates 360 degrees horizontally and tilts 96 degrees vertically, records in 2K, and also offers motion tracking that can automatically follow a person or a pet to keep the subject centered. This feature sounds gimmicky until you see how it prevents "they walked out of frame" moments. Out of the box, you can save video to a micro SD card in the camera and run either motion-based clips or full 24/7 recording. If you want a centralized setup and more capacity, you can link the E220 to Eufy's Homebase 3 hub to record there instead. Smart home integration is broad. The E220 works with Alexa and Google Assistant for voice and smart displays. It also supports Apple HomeKit and HomeKit Secure Video, with the same caveat as the C120. HomeKit limits streams to 1080p. If you want the full 2K feed, you use the Eufy app. The camera also supports common privacy controls, including activity zones and a software sleep mode. Many owners simply schedule privacy hours overnight. For networking, it uses 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi, which is standard for indoor cams and offers better range through walls than 5 GHz. Because the E220 can pan and tilt, you can cover a doorway, a hallway, and a couch with a single device. That cuts your cost and simplifies setups compared to buying 2 or 3 fixed cameras. Two-way audio is solid for quick conversations, which is handy if you use it as a baby or pet monitor. Like other Eufy indoor models, the micro SD slot is rated for up to 128 gigabytes. If you plan on 24/7 recording with higher quality settings, use a high-endurance card and expect to replace it over time. That's normal for continuous write use. If you're deep into Apple's ecosystem and want end-to-end encrypted cloud recording through HomeKit Secure Video, remember the 1080p cap in Apple's system. If this breakdown helped clarify your options, tap like and subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel grow. What's your 2025 deal breaker? 24/7 recording, pan tilt coverage, app reliability, or something else? Share your stories and setups so others can learn from you, and if you know someone setting up their first indoor cam, pass this along to them too.